What is going on, guys? Carter here. Thank you for joining the channel. Thank you for taking the time to watch this video. Click on it, like it, whatever you do with it. Even if you take off partway through, I appreciate it. I appreciate your time. I wanted to just get some stuff off my chest, I guess. Thoughts about unboxing videos and why I don't like doing them. Disclaimer. This is going to be a little bit of a jumbled, rambled video, just some ideas in my head that I want to get out. For some reason, sometimes I just want to get these ideas out here. Two, though, the biggest disclaimer is that I don't think this is going to actually affect my behavior. So a little bit of a pointless video, possibly, because I'm going to point out why I don't like doing unboxings, why I don't do a good job at them. But you're probably going to still see some unboxings on this channel. But maybe it'll explain why you don't see unboxings for everything. Because I do skip a lot. For example, this Emerson waveless CQC8 here, didn't do an unboxing on it. I did do an unboxing on this. I don't know. Did I on the, I don't know. I don't know everything I do. I skip a lot of them. So why I don't like doing unboxing videos. Let's get the low-hanging fruit. Well, first of all, let's do... Who's our cast of characters here? We've got the CQC8, the waveless. This one is from, I'm not sure the year on this, but it's an older one. It's got the backspacer with the alternating screws. It's not on standoff, so it's pre-2013 at least. Standard CQC8 with the black coated blade. It just does not have a wave, which is pretty rare for a CQC8. Typically, it would have a wave to it. Fun little side note, the Horseman, which is the mini CQC8, for some reason they don't call it the mini CQC8, just called the Horseman, has a version of this without the wave as well, and it's called the Headless Horseman, which is pretty cool. It's actually called that, and I think they did it for a few Halloween releases. They did a run of the Headless Horseman. When I bought this, there was actually one of those available as well, but I missed out on it, so I got this one instead. CQC8. Really like this knife. It's a classic in my eyes. I like it. This is the Chavez Kickstop exclusive with the flame titanium. This one's important for this video. I'm going to talk about this. This is the Colt Steel Spartan with the full flat grind, full serrations, just for funsies. This is the Something Obscene Journeyman Hawkbill knife right here. I still need to do kind of a full video on this one. Haven't done that yet. This is the Gerber Automatic. Man, I forget the model name. It's like Model 80 or something like that. Not a cool, fun name, but still a cool knife. So low-hanging fruit, get out of the way. Unboxings. Part of the reason is just pure laziness. Part of the reason is just I don't do unboxings because I'm impatient. You know, I'll be in the middle of the day. I work from home right now, and so packages will come in. I'm checking the tracking number. Boom, it was delivered in my mailbox. Maybe I've got a break in between work or calls. I'll run out and grab it. And if I want to do a video on it, it means I've got to let it sit there for a few hours until I have time to do an unboxing video, or just open the freaking thing. I want to check it out. I ordered it. I've been waiting for it. I want to check it out. I don't want to wait to do an unboxing video. So that's just laziness on my part and impatientness on my part. That is what it is. The other reason, though, I don't like doing unboxings is I'm not great at them. I'm not good at the first impressions. I'm not good at presenting things that quickly. I like to formulate my ideas and my thoughts for a couple of reasons. One is my brain just works that way. It doesn't, I don't know how to describe it. I think very quickly, but when I have to make decisions, I struggle with doing off-the-cuff decisions. And so I feel like a lot of my unboxings are lackluster. You know, I'm not good at doing the super excited, like, oh man, yeah, it's great, you know, this is totally sick, because I'm trying to figure out what I'm looking at, what I think, and I'm not very good at just doing those quick impressions. And so I feel like they're a little lackluster. You know, you don't get that excitement or disappointment coming through that much. And so my unboxings just aren't that great. Case in point, I just uploaded an unboxing on this Chavez Kickstop exclusive. I expressed disappointment in the anodizing and how quickly it faded. So you could look at that video and leave with the impression that I did not like this knife and that I was all butthurt, which is true. But the thing is, like, this is now my favorite kickstop in my collection. Well, other than my Damascus one. My favorite normal kickstop in my collection. I love this knife, and I love the anodizing on it, the heat flaming, whatever you want to call it. I like the black and the black blade. I really like this one. And so I feel like my unboxing was not an accurate depiction of my thoughts on this knife. And somebody could come across that and say, oh, he thought it sucked, I shouldn't get that knife. When the reality is that it's like one of my favorite kickstops in my collection, and I absolutely love it. And it's all just because of those initial like thoughts, right? I latched onto something I was a little disappointed in and kind of took it too far. And it didn't accurately depict the holistic view of the thing, right? And I tend to do that. Anybody that's watched my channel knows I have a propensity for focusing on minutia and kind of obsessing over it. It's a problem I have. I'll notice something and be like, I gotta talk about this over and over and over again. And people are like, why are you talking about that over and over again? That's why. My brain's weird. Dropped on my head. I don't know what it is. So yeah, I don't feel like it gives a good accurate representation. And YouTube's kind of weird because it's simultaneously a kind of a vlog type thing, you know, where people are following your journey, right, through collecting and your thoughts, you know, whatever it is, whether it's not even knives, just everything, right? Like they're following your journey, you're uploading new content, you change your mind, you change your opinion, you like this and then you don't like it. So it's kind of vloggy in that sense, but then it's also kind of semi-permanent as well, because all your videos are in syndication basically, and they're out there forever. People will discover old videos and get impressions of things that you said before. And I think I've mentioned this in another video, potentially. It's hard to keep track, but kind of like Something Obscene. I've got a video out there when I got my first two Something Obscene knives. I really liked the company. I liked the owner. I liked a lot about it, but I picked up a Lek, full-size Lek, not this, but a full-size Lek and a mini J-Cape, and I was underwhelmed, and I didn't like it. And I did a video how I was like, I don't like Something Obscene. I'm going to sell these. I'm going to get out of this. And then later, I revisited Something Obscene, and now I'm like their biggest fan. Now I've got so many, and I'm in love with the company, and I like all their stuff, and I like models that I didn't even think I would like. Completely different opinion, and yet that original video, comparatively, is performing well. And so more people are seeing that. And I keep getting comments how people are like, yeah, right on, Something Obscene sucks, I totally agree with you. And then I'm like, oh, I don't actually feel that way anymore. So I have to decide, like, do I take that video down? Do I let it ride? It's a fair representation of where I was when I made that video. I've just changed since then. But you don't always get that impression when you come across the video, and you never know what videos are going to kind of circulate more than others, right? It can be the video that you don't want more people seeing as the one that they see. Anyways, so somewhat related, somewhat not related. I suck at them. So I rarely do them. And I think you'd be shocked the amount of unboxings I have shot. Unboxings I've shot and then not uploaded because I'm like, just trash video. Nobody wants to watch that. Like, no value. I'm just kind of like, I got a knife. Bah. Or two, I just mess up and I just shut it off and I'm like, I'm not going to do this, right? I want to take it. I want to check it out. I want to formulate my thoughts on it and then come back and say, hey, I got this knife. Here's what I think of it. So I don't do a lot of unboxings, and the ones that you do see a lot of the times are just a fraction of the ones I actually shot or started to shoot, and they just never made it to the light of day. Some people are really good. Metal Complex, obviously, he's really good at doing unboxings. He's good at making them engaging and exciting and expressing opinions quickly on things, creating a, not saying things. I tend to say things I shouldn't say, like I'll point things out. that I should probably skip because maybe it's a non-issue or it's just something that can be resolved. Perfect example, my Odin Customs knife. I did the unboxing. It had a couple quirks with it, and I pointed them out. They were non-issues, right? It was just needed to be wiped up, needed to be cleaned, adjusted, or whatever, like non-issues. But there is a permanent record of me pointing these things out on the video. It's out there forever until I take that video down. So unboxings and me have a tumultuous relationship. But I also know, so here's the thing though, here's what kind of keeps me doing them. So you may say, well, if you don't like doing them and you don't think you're good at it, why do you keep doing the ones you do? Well, part of it is I also have a bad habit of forgetting about stuff I get and not keeping track of what I've done videos on. For example, this one. And so I didn't do an unboxing on this knife, and I also didn't do any video on this knife, and it's just been in my collection. Not that the world needs a video on this knife, but this is just one example. I've got a lot of knives where I just haven't done any content on it because I didn't do the unboxing. It didn't quite grip me enough to say, hey, I need to do a full video. Maybe it's just there's so much content out on that knife, or maybe it's such a niche knife I know people don't really care, whatever the reason, and I just end up not doing any content. So sometimes I make myself do an unboxing because I'm like, this might be the only time that this knife even makes an appearance on my channel. For example, kind of these two. I haven't done anything on these. I might do a full video on this guy because I've got a couple points I want to talk about. This one though probably will never have a video because I just, other than appearing maybe in a collection video or some other topic thing, I don't think the world needs a dedicated video on a non-waveless 8. I just don't think anybody cares. So anyways, rambling video, unboxings. That's why you probably don't see as many on my channel as maybe you see on others. And why I just don't love doing them and why I think I'm not great at them. So leave the comments down below. Do you like watching unboxings over other videos, or do you think they're kind of cheap? Sometimes I think they're kind of cheap because they're really easy to do. If you're good at them, they're super easy to do because you basically start the video with no anything, right? Like you have no topics you want to cover, you have no points you want to go over, you have no cadence to the video. It's just blah. You just open the thing, you ramble, and you talk about it. So they're easy to do. Do you think unboxings are kind of cheap videos that people do just to put extra content out there, or do you actually enjoy them, assuming they're done well, and like them, and like kind of the double video thing where you have the unboxing and then you have like the review or whatever? Let me know down below what you guys think. Catch you later.